So my friend asked me a question. She was like, man, everybody always want to know why I'm single. I get so many likes online, and it's like everybody just want to love me because I'm pretty, but nobody ever stays. And I said, friend, you ever saw a car that is for sale and that bitch look amazing? I'm talking about the tires nice, rims popping, interior on point, like everything. But then when you go to crank that mug up, it sound like like somebody clearing their throat. I say that's what you call a lemon. And with lemons, you either try to fix them, but when you realize you put so much money into it but nothing ever really changed, you get rid of it. Like, you don't keep it. You either give it to somebody else or you junk that mug. I say, I think that's why you single, friend. You might be a lemon. She blocked me.
Just shoot your shot. I mean, honestly, what do you actually have to lose?
I asked a girl that I had a crush on for years if she was free on Friday to grab drinks, and she said she was busy but asked if I was free, and I was like, that's a weird reversal. And she said because she has a date and wanted me to watch her dog. So a no would have hurt like way less.
Okay, would you let me take you on a date?
Yeah, sure.
Get my number.
Where you gonna take me?
Where you want to go?
I like steakhouses. Like,
Oh, bet, for sure. As long as you're paying, we can go wherever you want.
No.
Any steakhouse you
I'm
want.
not paying you.
Oh, you're not paying?
No.
I don't think this is going to work.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's giving broke. Yeah. Sorry. I only like women with money.
Lies women tell men every single day, part 2. If part 1 made you uncomfortable, part 2 will hit you harder. First, I don't care how you look. Reality, they care more than they will ever admit. Height, beard, presence, everything matters. Girls often complain that in marriage they are expected to be fair and slim. And yes, that pressure exists. But the truth is, women still get chances. If a man doesn't have good looks and do not have enough money to compensate the good looks, most women don't even give him a chance. Second, you can't touch my phone, that is invading my privacy. Translation, what if you see dating apps? What if you see other guys? Third, I never took advantage of male attention. Not always, but sometimes, yes. They will not say you don't have a chance, but they will not let go of the attention. Free favors, emotional support, sometimes financial support. Fourth, let's see where it goes. Most women know in the first meeting if they see you as a potential partner or not. I was talking to my cousin at 2 a.m. Believe it if you want to. Guys, most of these lies you already know. But why do you believe them?
Why'd you pop?
It was them Guess shoes for me. It was giving Ross.
Damn.
You don't have a shirt on and you got taco meat. I don't like that.
Knew I should have shaved.
And like I said, I'm a hairstylist. You got hair not done. I don't like that.
You could have been my hairstylist.
I still can, but yeah, no.
Let me know something.
You gotta be crispy. I don't like the way your barber did you or your hairstylist. So you have to correct that.
That's fine.
Okay, now she your type?
Nah. But I need my hair done, so let me know. Let me know something.
Guy in the comments said, I like BBWs, but her personality is a turnoff. Facts. The other guy says he didn't pay her. No mind. The other dude said, I like the way he handled the situation. A woman here says, I know big girl was not being serious with her whole fit from Ross. You know, yeah. Another woman says, not trying to degrade him, and her whole outfit is giving rainbow, city trend, and it's fashion, and her hair is not crispy. No way. This is women saying this. I see where she tried to do her hair. I see where she tried to get done up, and she tried to get cute. I really think that she thinks that she's cute, which maybe you are, but just the fact that I see this is the second time I've seen a woman, her specifically, try to go off on him. You guys got to start calming down. This is what gets y'all roasted. This is what gets y'all's feelings hurt. Thinking about the No Fugazi podcast. You know, the clip where the woman, she was a little bit more heavyset, and she was talking about the man's height. I ain't gonna date. She was talking. It wasn't like she was like, well, you know, I prefer my man to be about 5'9". I prefer him to be 5'9". I'm 5'6". It wasn't that. She was saying, man, I ain't gonna date no short man. You're just really talking trash. And then when Cooley was like, well, you know, what would you say if he said he doesn't date bigger women? Well, I wouldn't say, and started crying. Well, I wasn't saying this, and that. And I didn't mean to this, and that. Well, y'all don't really worry about hurting other people's feelings, but when people do the same thing to y'all, then y'all break down crying and y'all wonder why people treat y'all a certain way. The same goes for this woman. You're going to be mad if a man run you down and he go off on you, but you've been treating these men the same way.
Say women are emotional, but I hear every single man tell me they either had an experience that was so harsh on them that experience traumatized them moving forward. Why are y'all so over emotional? Why does one thing that hurt y'all so bad removes you from accessing that love or that, blissful moment?
I think it made me successful.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm glad it happened.
I don't think it made you successful. You were going to be successful regardless.
No,
yes.
no. I was going to be in love. I was literally trying to be like a super I was trying to be lovey-dovey too early because I was actually missing a void of what my mom didn't have.
Okay.
So I was trying to be the best person. So sometimes you can love too hard. When you love too hard, then it affects you. Instead of you chasing money, and I was chasing love early on in my life to the point. So it actually was just what the hell? I actually had to sit back and think what the hell are you doing? Nigga, get some money. Okay. That's what made me to who I am today. You know what I mean? So basically, it took that to wake me up and say, no, get on the right track, get some money, learn this, do that. Because you can really be, somebody can really hurt you. You can put your all into them and they have your whole life. Yeah. And then a lot of women deal with that more because the first thing that you ask a woman is what they say. Well, you ask me what I want, I'm going to say I want some money. What I want, what you want in life. What you see? You ask a woman, they're going to say, when you want to be in 10 years, happy, married.
No thanks.
You know what I mean? That's what they're going to say.
He said, look what he said. He said, I hope everything okay with you. I'm here if you need anything. Hit me up, queen, anytime. I said, can you send me $300 or can I come pick it up from you? Look what he said. Yeah, I got you, babe, but I paid up some stuff this week. You asked me a little too late. I can send you half of it next week, maybe half of what, 200 or 250. I said, you foolish. I was supposed to go out with you Sunday. And now you talk about you bought tickets for a concert. I said, I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't play games. I asked for it now, not next week.
Talking this level of trash, the baby in the background is diabolical work. Maybe you should focus on the child and less on stupidity. Delete this video.
The easiest way to get a woman to lose respect and attraction for you is to not have boundaries. Let me explain. See, the reason why a lot of guys don't have boundaries with women is because they don't have options. They're afraid of losing her because if they were to do so, they couldn't replace her. And to make things even more complex, they are conditioned by society to put the woman's happiness above their own. And the problem with this is if you never assert a boundary, if you never call out bad behavior, the woman will feel like she can always walk all over you. And deep down, she doesn't want that. But on the other end of the spectrum, there are a lot of guys who will assert a boundary, but they do so in the wrong way. They either default to over-explaining and giving long lectures about standards or respect, or they start becoming more emotionally reactive and engage in shouting matches, which is unattractive because it subcommunicates a lack of self-control and internal strength. But there is a way to call out bad behavior in a way that increases respect and increases attraction. You just calmly but firmly state your boundary and then move on. You can even leverage humor in this situation to kind of lighten the tension a bit. The key is you don't become emotionally reactive or long-winded. Even if she doesn't like what you say, her respect for you will increase. This also will increase polarity, which is very important to sustain attraction over time. In short, you should call out the bad behavior, but you call it out from a place of power, not insecurity. In other words, you respond, you don't react. And if she continues to disrespect your boundaries, you simply leave and find a woman who you're in better alignment with.
Conservative men seem to be looking for trad wives, who I assume are women who wear frocks and stay at home to bake pies and raise babies. These men argue what a sweet deal that is for women. No awful commute, no frustrating grind, no managerial obedience. Just you and the most meaningful and fulfilling thing you'll ever do in your entire life. What's not to like? On the other hand, modern women have been launching a somewhat dubious counter-campaign to normalize the stay-at-home dad. A man who cleans and does his share of the housework? How? He's definitely getting laid more often than that selfish, emotionally unavailable executive who expects his wife to perform all the physical and emotional labor around the house. Don't worry about the social stigma. We women think it's so hot. So, who are we to believe? Well, in general, people's behavior is a much more accurate and reliable guide as to their values than their words. And I think it's safe to say that if staying at home with the kids was really such a huge good deal, then both men and women would be fighting for the privilege to do so themselves. They wouldn't be trying to convince the other party to do it. So I think we have to conclude that in reality, neither men nor women find the prospect of staying at home with the kids to be all that attractive.
Guy here in the comments says, I know many men that take on house duties and it leaves a lot of extra time. It's not a big ask, even though we handle things that require much more physical strength and time, like fixing a garage or a fence or a sink. If I got to clean, best believe we're going to do it my way. But then we have to circle back. What value is the woman really bringing to the man? If I'm now taking on more duties while making sure you work less, what value is that? I agree. Okay. And he says a woman's career, for the most part, is only for her. I think it's safe to say that a man that does everything, there's nothing equally a woman can bring to us. Might be a good point there. That's why the stay-at-home mom thing works. Now life being more expensive is no one's fault, okay? I think I see what he's saying. It's basically, if I as a man, it's basically what a lot of these modern women say. What do these strong, independent women say? If I got to do everything by myself, what's the value in a woman? Why do I need a woman, right? And modern women will say this over and over again. Well, if I got to do everything by myself, why do I need a man? And they get praised for it. Well, if a man says, well, here's my plan for you, okay? You go out there, you work, and you do all this stuff. Well, we both work with this, and this. Right. But then I got to come home after working with you, and then I got to take care of the kids, right? I got to do my fair share of taking care of the kids. I got to do my fair share of housework. Well, you live in the house. Okay. Well, you drive that car out there every day. I don't touch it. You put trash in that trash can. You order those Amazon boxes, but you don't break them down. You don't throw them in the trash. You don't take out the trash. You don't mow that lawn. You don't fix on them cars. There's a lot of relationships that modern women don't manage outside the house, right? But a man still has to do it and take care of his fair share of the housework. These modern women, it's not really equality. It's slanted in their favor. And I think men are really getting tired of that stuff. Y'all say, well, we do most of the domestic housework and the labor and this. If a man does a portion of the housework, then has to go do all the outside work, then has to work a job, he's still doing more work than you are. He's doing more work than you are. I know you don't want to admit that, but that's exactly what's going on. And if I have to do that and still listen to you nag and then still work hard for you and overtime to take you on vacations and stuff, it's becoming not worth it. Why would I get married?
Specifically for the men, I just have a little question for you guys. It's a simple question, really. Are any of you ready for a relationship?
I went on a date and it's like, it was good. And then yet, like, I'm just tired of, like, I don't know. The bill came. The bill didn't come. He asked for the bill. And in French, he said 2 bills. And then so they came. And I was like, if someone says, I want to take you out, then I want to be taken out, which means to me to pay and whatever. So we did that. I paid and it's fine. And then after I was honest and I just said it, like, I don't know. Cause I said like, yeah, I thought you were going to take me out. And like, to me, that means pay. When he was like, I don't understand what you mean. I was honest and like, whatever, what else do I have to lose? I just want to be honest because there's a way that I want to be treated. And like, I might as well just tell someone, like, what else do I have to lose? I don't know. And then like afterwards he was like, next time I'll pay. Like unprompted, he said that after we were having another conversation. I said, okay. And then he said, are you free this week? And I said, yeah. And then I texted him after and I'm like, I had a nice time, thanks. And then he read it and didn't respond. And it's like, okay, I don't know. Like, I'm just tired of... I'm happy I was honest. But, like, I just, like, want a gentleman.
I got rejected from a guy yesterday because, I'll read the text real quick. I feel like you really have your stuff together, and I'm not really there yet. My focus is just kinda elsewhere.
I'm not ready for a relationship.
What do you mean you're not ready for a relationship? We met on a dating app!
Hey, if you aren't busy for the next, like 70 years-ish, I'd love to spend them with you.
These two ladies right here, Sheets, Kernersville, North Carolina, decided to walk in and just grab a bunch of stuff. And...
Yeah.
Lady, it's $13 worth of...
I don't care.
Now you just insulted me. I'm pressing charges. I'm pressing charges. I'm pressing charges. I'm calling the police, going to jail.
See, that's the problem. These are the exact women that are online claiming they're the hottest and you should be spending all your money on me and I'm such a prize, but they don't even have their own money. They don't even have their own dignity.
Get the out of my face talking noise until you know what you're talking about. I will dominate this era of football. Dominate. Never try to show my work when I won championships on every level. On every level. When they get knocked out. I call passes in the midst of pain. Y'all don't do that. Y'all ain't never had to do that. So shut the hell up. Motherfuckers. Trying to know my career on what I have done. You or none of these could play and do the things I did. So shut the hell up.
Chat, let me know if I'm wrong. I cut this one dude off because of his dick size. And it's like, men have preferences and all that, so why can't I? Why can't I? Basically, this is my little tight little... This is your... Why do you think I want that girthy, wide in me? Why do you think that? Yes, I prefer mine's little... Probably like this. Probably like a good 6, you know? Skinny, long and skinny, long and skinny. I don't want no fat, like that. Just nobody wants that, bro. And that hurts.
Well, I suppose you can. I just think that a lot of times you modern women, you ride too many of them. And so, you know, you have these types of conversations and there's no shame. And you're wondering why men are not going to take you seriously. They won't wife you up. It's because you sit on here and talk about stuff like this, and a man's going to glean from the conversation that you're having that you've been out in the streets.
She's officially changed her name to Millie Bonnie Bon Jovi. I feel a way about women who have made a really strong career for themselves off of their own name, getting rid of their name and taking the name of a man.
Also, a little hyphen. There's nothing wrong with the hyphen.
What's wrong with the
Millie
hyphen? Feels like we're getting into weird trad wifey territory, especially Millie. She talks a lot about like living on that farm with all those animals and cooking dinner for her husband.
Getting married at like 19, 20 and now living on a farm feels very
Adopting a kid.
1800s to me.
Very 1800.
It's either like you're your dad's property or your husband's property.
How about she'll do whatever the hell she wants? Was that option ever considered? And notice that nobody on this podcast, from what I could find, actually even has a boyfriend. let alone a husband. So maybe you should shut up. I just think the CIA would love so much to know that if Millie had been throwing it in a circle at the Rolling Loud Music Festival for the entire internet to see, these women would be praising her. You go, girl. I know that's right. But because she wants to allow her husband's last name to continue and bolster a lineage, a legacy, and perhaps when she's not working, she'll cook him a meal. She'll wash a dish or two. She'll take care of her adopted child. Suddenly, she's the Antichrist. I can't do it anymore. Oh my God.
You know, it's funny. We still know her as Millie Bobby Brown. We still know who she is. She's still who she is. She's just taken on a different name. She's still the same person. If you think about it, say for instance, McDonald's says we're renovating. They might renovate. They might make the sign a different color or a different font style. It's still McDonald's. We still know what McDonald's is. We know that. So nothing's going to change. We're just going through a refresh. We're just rebranding. That's literally it. She's still the same person. I mean, there was a quote, a woman put out a quote. She said, women leave relationships because they change, but the men don't. And y'all celebrated that. But then when a woman says, well, I'm changing, I'm moving on through life, I'm taking on a different last name, I'm going into a phase to where it's me and my husband, we're one, all of a sudden it's a problem. Y'all don't like that. But if she were to say, I'm keeping my name, and you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm leaving this man. It's time for a change. I'm going to get another man, a man that's richer, more wealthier. Then all of a sudden y'all celebrating that. Be quiet.
Does your boyfriend let you have guy friends?
I mean, we're in the same friend group. Like, these are all my friends, and they're all his friends too. So.
But you don't have any other guy friends outside of that?
Not really. I used to, but we all drifted after high school.
How do you think you would feel if you met a new guy and he wanted to hang out with you? As friends?
I wouldn't do it.
But why not, though?
I feel like it's disrespectful.
Because?
I think that girls and guys can't just be friends. That's my opinion.
Okay, why do you feel that way?
Because guys are people, like creatures. So I feel like girls and guys can't just be friends.
But women could be too.
Yes, but well, the women I've grown up with are more, they respect themselves. So they wouldn't just go up to a guy and let it out.
So you would never hang out with a guy who you knew wanted more than just friends with you?
No.
How do you feel about him having girlfriends?
My friends can be his friends. I mean, and if there's a girl introduced, I'll meet him. I'll meet her. And if I don't like her, then no.
Pretty standard and makes sense. It's a woman that actually thinks about her man. You know, it's pretty common for men and women to grow up with. Maybe you have a friend of the opposite. It's pretty common. But after a certain point in time, especially when you know that man likes you, then why do you continue to allow that man to pour into you? Why do you continue to allow him to buy you things, knowing that he's actually interested in you? I know it's probably nice, and maybe on occasion, if y'all go out, like say for instance, some event, maybe you guys just happen to run into each other. You're not alone. Y'all just happen to run into each other, and y'all sitting up, hey man, let's catch up. Y'all just sitting up there talking, right? And then you go to pay. They said, no, I got it. Right? No, it's okay. Let me pay. And then he says, no, I insist. Fine, right? But you're not sitting up there allowing men to pay for you over and over and over again. You're not sitting up there allowing this man over and over again to pour into you. The occasional, it just kind of happened. You just kind of being nice. And then he's like, okay, well, next time when I run into you, I got you. And then really do it. Don't do that. No, well, I'm a woman stuff. Don't do that. Don't play into that game. You said that you'd pay next time. No, I got you. Friends, take care of other friends. And then you're reestablished in that boundary. You're not saying it in order to make him feel a certain way or to shoot him down, but you're saying, no. Friends, take care of the friends. I got you next time. Right? So you're clearing the air, making sure he understands. Hey, I'm not just here to take your money, and I'm just really interested in you as a friend. Right? I think if a lot of these modern women would take this approach, then it would be a little bit better for them. I even think that a lot of guys would be more comfortable. But the thing is, a lot of times, modern women don't establish any boundaries. The man pull up and kiss him, and they'd be like, well, one thing led to another, or I didn't know he was going to do that. When in fact, you could have seen that coming a mile away. Y'all do all of this sleuth and detective work, but then you can't figure out when a man is about to make a move on you. It's probably, in a lot of cases, that you really didn't care. You didn't care enough to pay attention to it, because a man's been making signals, and you knew that. But you just wanted the drink, the free drink, and the appetizer. Modern women need to start, if you don't have a man friend or a guy friend, you need to start setting boundaries.
It's the end of the year. What's the naughtiest thing you've done this year?
Can't answer.
You're on the naughty or nice list.
I don't believe in that. I'm Jewish.
You're Jewish. You're wearing a Santa hat.
And I'm also Jewish. Doesn't matter. How much money do you make off this?
$500,000 a month.
No way.
Yeah. You need a sugar daddy?
Not someone who's wearing Vans.
Girl, your toes poking out.
Because I'm wearing heels.
You need new heels.
What is your channel Don't make fun of me on your interview.
You made fun of me.
I don't know what you're asking me.
Today I'm interviewing people that have absolutely no drip at all.
Bro,
Zero.
Bro, don't even say this kind of shit, because he's literally wearing Vans and he's saying he's making $500,000 a month, or whatever the he's trying to say. If he was saying that, he would not be in downtown Fort Lauderdale interviewing random ass people. So if you're watching this, unsubscribe.
I know all the men who advocate that they don't beat women. I know for a fact y'all killed this.
Suspected of assaulting a 6-month-old baby. She worked as a nanny for this child. According to the civil police, the mother arrived home, noticed marks on her daughter's face, found it strange, suspicious, decided to check the house's surveillance cameras, and the images that appeared in the recordings were those you are seeing on screen and that were forwarded to the civil police. In the recordings, the nanny appears hitting the baby's face, who was crying at the time of the aggression. The mother took these images, went to the police station, and reported the case. The civil police then arrested the suspect in flagrante delicto. She was charged with child and sent to the prison.
As weird as this might sound, my hands up. I will beat that stuff up. I will gladly, proudly stand in that courtroom and the judge says, did you commit this? Yes, I did it, Your Honor. And I'll do that again 10 times over. I'll do life in jail for my child, especially a 6-month. Bro, ain't no way in hell. I don't care who you are. If you a man and you see this video and you tell me, oh, I wouldn't hit her. I wouldn't even call my sisters or my girl, that or wife, whoever. I am killing that myself. I'm killing her.
You say you turning the camera off, Doc? You got to be careful. Prison for you is getting off easy, right? Like you said, with the way a man could have seen that info, that footage, you know, there was a such thing back in the day to where you would get multiple weapons. Back when they really lived by the mantra or the motto, it takes a village. You might be walking home from school and Miss Johnson down the street saw you do something wrong, but you heard you do something wrong, and you get a whooping right there, right? Come over here, and you get a whooping right there. And then when you get home, by the time you get home, Miss Johnson or Mr. Johnson then called your parents and they know about it. Now when you get home, mama's at home waiting on you on the porch with a switch or a belt, and you get tore up right there on the porch. Now when you sleep, when daddy get home, mama then told daddy, and now when you sleep, when daddy get home, you get woken up and daddy get you a spanking. That's overkill, but you get the message. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. This might be that situation where mama see the footage She see it, she get home, you get a 2-piece, 3-piece, 4-piece. Then she tell dad. Dad actually see the footage, and now you get to add on to that 2-piece, 3-piece combo for free. You get an upgrade to a 10-piece. And now, God forbid, they have brothers and sisters, cousins, moms, nephews, and uncles. Now you get a super upgrade, a 50-piece. Hopefully, you leave out of there with your life. You have to be careful.
Women, are men hitting on you as much as they used to, or are men like getting too shy? Too shy. 8 years ago, women were complaining that men were too forward, and now men are too shy. You know what that means, men? Remember what Charlie Munger said, that if it wasn't for the stupidity of other people, you wouldn't be able to get rich. Men, when all the other men get shy, if you do the opposite, women are going to be like, this is a dude I would never normally date, but he's the only fucking guy who talked to me, so he got my number.
I'm 30 years old and I couldn't be more uninterested in marriage and dating.
Before I get into this, at this part of the video, at this particular point, she is valid. If you don't want to date, if you don't want to get married, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. We've gotten away from the narrative that everybody needs to be married at a certain age or everybody needs to be in a relationship. So this is fine. But when she keeps going, things get interesting. Listen up.
I've done so much on my own that I'm genuinely unimpressed by the population of men that we have to date. I have not met one person that has made my life significantly easier because I firmly believe that when you get into a partnership with a man, a woman never benefits. I did the move in with a guy thing and I like daydreamed about it my entire life and I didn't. I was like, ew, like this is literally like free labor and also like free ass work. The thing is for me, I'm hyper independent. Like I have literally lived in 5 different cities by the time I was 30 and I moved every single time by myself. I also bought a place when I was 25, a mortgage on my own. I know how to do electrical work. I know how to patch drywall. Like as long as I have a YouTube video, I'm good. I own my own business. I set up an LLC. I'm literally doing all these things. And when a man is literally trying to pen pal with me just to be casual, like it gives me the ick because what do you have to offer? Oh, you paid for my dinner. Oh, you paid for my drinks. You paid for my trip. Okay, like I can do that myself. The appeal is not there. Unless a man is truly making my life significantly easier, I would rather be single than be in bad company.
I don't really think you want good company. I think you want a servant. I think you want a slave. I think you want a man to just do things for you while you kick your feet up and do absolutely nothing. That's kind of what you described in this video. There's a lot of guys out there that can boss your life up and make everything easier for you, but they don't want to be with a girl like you because you have no love. You have no desire for emotional connection. You have no desire for anything but what you can do for me. That's your mindset. And relationships are transactional to a degree, but when you make it all about what somebody can do, they lose their meaning. Human beings are not meant to be hyper independent. Every major breakthrough in human history was done through connection, collaboration, and people working together. Hyper independence is usually a trauma response. And you get in the mindset of, oh, I'm just going to do everything by myself because I don't want to be let down. Your situation with you moving in with that man, you were probably let down. He probably just wasn't the right guy for you. It does not mean that every guy out there in the world is terrible. And if those guys are not seeking you, it might be that you need to build more value in yourself and what you bring to a relationship. I genuinely feel bad for people like this because at the end of the day, I think deep down in their hearts, they want love, they want connection, but they've been traumatized so much that they come out and say, I don't want any of this. All men are bad. I'm hyper independent. I've done everything myself. And that is the reality they live in until they get a little bit older and they realize that they were wrong.
How many men have stayed in relationships where they're constantly being rejected by their partner? How many men have stayed in relationships? How many men have tried to fix relationships and initiate intimacy and still get rejected? The amount of women on this app that openly acknowledge that they intentionally didn't give or intimacy to their husbands, but they can't understand why they're divorced is crazy to me. But these same women, now that they're single, are on the internet talking about, oh my God, I hope he doesn't introduce me to a vibe he can't maintain. Meanwhile, the vibe that they can't maintain is the fact that when they get in relationships with men, they want to start out having 6 times a day, but then as time goes on, it's 3 times a day, or it's way less than that, maybe once a month.
I have absolutely no interest in having with my husband at all. And I'm kind of at a point where I don't really know what to do about it because I know, while I may not need it, I know he needs it. And it's getting very challenging for me because I'm just kind of in this, please don't touch me. I don't want to be touched. And I want to have,
of course,
but I don't.
Excellent. I imagine you're not telling a whole bunch of people that. Is that fair?
No, I think I've mentioned it to 2 girlfriends.
Okay.
One agreed with me and one was like, what are you talking about?
So I had an epiphany when my husband told me that he can't turn off his drive no matter what. It doesn't matter if he is, you know, having a hard day, if he's tired, if the kids are going crazy, no matter what is going on, like he can't just turn it off, right? And that's the way he emotionally connects with me. And so for me to turn it off because my day hasn't gone perfect, because I'm tired and I'm overwhelmed. Now, hear me out. It doesn't mean that it makes things easier, but it's not fair for me to say, well, you know, my mood isn't perfect. My outfit isn't perfect. You know, everything didn't go as planned. I had a hard day. I'm a little tired. So you know what? I'm just going to take the one thing that's the most important thing to you, and I'm just not even going to bother with it. It's kind of being like conditional, right? And it's like, sometimes I think we're so hard on our spouses because we want them to perform and act and be perfect. And then we'll, you know, show them our best. We want to be treated with love on those hard days. We need extra comfort. We need extra comfort in things. I think they need the same thing.
Yo, if she could, she would.
I want you to watch this video and you let me know how you feel about it.
Because I'm in love with you, baby. I love you.
My friend, buddy, this is all out of love. Any woman that drools over another man like that, even if it's an artist, it doesn't matter. If she could, she would. Okay. If it was the other way around, him going to the Rosalina concert, going crazy, sweating over her like that, yeah, the comments wouldn't be very supportive.
Facts.
And it's not about being insecure. No. It's just having self-respect. How's my partner gonna drool over another female like that? Even if it's an artist. At the end of the day, they're still human. I don't care if it's an artist. It's self-respect. We have normalized that type of behavior just because it's an artist. We idolize these people like they're like this type of goddess when they're just another human being. And yeah, maybe it's just, you know, a fan, right? But we all know that if a female goes crazy over a male like that, if she could, she would.
Where's she wrong? Like, where's she wrong? You see, there are a lot of smart females in the world. You just haven't found one yet. But she right. Imagine your girl drooling, going crazy at a concert over a dude. It just goes to show if they were close and homie was like, yo, you want to get on stage or try to reach out? Yo, she gone. She in her mind, this is my chance. This is it, yo. And that's how it is. Yo, as a normal dude, you are able to get your shorty to drool over you the way most chicks drool over concert dudes. It is possible. Literally. Be charismatic, confident, and hit the gym. Literally, get your body right, have some confidence, and yo, a shorty will drool over you like that. If you get your game to that point, you will have that same reaction. If you don't got that reaction from your shorty, she ain't the one, and you ain't doing your job. But for real, if a dude was doing this to some, you know, maybe got some Nicki fans or whoever, some dudes that like shit like that and going crazy over some shorty, over some superstar actress chick just going crazy, then yo, it would be looked at differently. Because the whole point is, yo, if she could, she would. The Chris Brown, we talk about it. If those chicks are taking pics with Chris Brown for whatever thousands of dollars they paying, and Chris was like, yo, you want to head to the back real quick? 99% of them chicks is out, especially if they idolize Chris. That's what I'm saying. And it's not insecure. It's preferences. I prefer for my chick to want me more than she wants some artist or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not insecure. It's just the way it is. Since it's a woman, it's like, yo, chill, man. She's just having fun. Nah, B, have fun with me. We're not doing none of that. So this chick is completely right. I think this process is fire. Homie in the video, he'll learn the hard way, but they look like a young couple, so he got nothing but time to learn. Fellas, get your body right, get your mind right, and get you some.
Let her go, man. I understand liking something. You give a man some tools. Man, right? Oh, babe. Oh, my goodness. Oh, thank you so much. Going crazy over that. Football tickets. But even giving a man football tickets, if he's too excited to go to the game, you're going to have a problem. But he's like, you like those tickets a little bit too much. Why don't you show me that type of enthusiasm? That's what you're going to say as a woman. And you're going to be, well, I mean, it's just tickets. No. But do you care for the tickets a little bit too much? I got to understand you're excited, and I really like that. But it don't seem like you showed me that same level of affection and passion. That's what I have a problem with. That's what a modern woman would say. So now when a man says, I want you to be excited, I want you to love this, but you're doing a little bit too much. I'm thinking of that clip, and it was a wedding where the man invited her favorite gospel singer to sing at the wedding, and the guy came in, and she was completely floored. But unfortunately, she was so floored that she ran and jumped all over the gospel singer. It's a Christian singer now. At a wedding or getting married, went and jumped all over the man. And instead of walking, oh my God, turn into thank you, babe. And then, oh, thank you so much. Maybe a handshake, maybe a little bow of respect. Thank you so much, man. It's so great. Can I get your autograph after the ceremony? How long are you going to be here? And then taking a picture with him. Thank you. And then your gratitude should turn back to your man. But modern women completely lose themselves, as you see here in this video, and they wonder why men won't commit.
One thing I don't understand about men is, like, why are you showing money that you not gonna spend on me? What's the point of sending me a picture of some money that you not sending to me? What is the point?
For the same reason you show pictures of yams and goodies, but you ain't gonna give nobody none. In fact, y'all get on social media all day, every day, showing everything you got, and don't plan on giving a brother none.
I'll be honest, man. When men and women aren't equal. I'm sorry if that hurts your little stupid ears. We're not equal. Because equal means the word same. We're not the same. In fact, that's my favorite thing about a woman, is that she's not a dude. Quit pretending we're the same. I don't walk around, I could have a baby if they'd let me. I can't. People try to make it like, we're equal. I want it to be equalized. No, you don't. When any one of you got a babysitter tonight, how many of you picked a dude? None of you. Not because but because you're not dumb. Because the baby would fall off the balcony and you'd be like, why was the baby on the balcony? He's like, I don't know, I came out to smoke. And you're like,
and I'm so sorry that I'm finna say this, but I'm finna keep it all the way 100.
Go ahead.
I'm finna keep it all the way thorough, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Us women know who can get the draws without dropping any bread off. Okay? Maybe you just not that.
Hey, you're completely right. I mean, I could get somebody draws without dropping off any money, but the girl I want, I probably have to spend a little bit of money on her. You know what? Becoming Unc, I think I realized that. I think I realized that I'm not him. I think I can look back and say I was never him. How do you know if you're him or not? Well, throughout life, have women come up to you? If women come up to you and approach you like you approach women, that's how you know. That's how you know you him. I did well. I did fairly well. You know, some of my friends, they probably could say like, hey, nah, some people even call me, they dared to call me a ladies man. But I was doing my thing in a small town. You know, like when I moved to LA, I realized like it's levels to this. And it quickly humbled me and let me know like, I'm not really him. I'm a good guy. You know, some women choose to see that, some don't, but it's okay. I don't want to be him. Trying to be him is exhausting. I think every young male, they try to do that. You try to conform to what society, dare I say it, the patriarchy tells you what you need to be. And we are coming to a point in society where that is no longer of use. You know, even the typical relationship, it's coming to a head. Like it will never be what it once was. And so whoever you're trying to be him for, you're trying to be a puzzle piece that won't even fit. It doesn't matter what type of dude you are. There could be somebody better. There could be, feelings could change. People grow apart. The easiest person for you to please is yourself. And you know how you do that? You do that by being you, not him. Take it from Unc. I spent many years trying to be him for women, and it got me some, but at the end of the day, what I get besides some nut? Be a good man, love women, respect them, but you don't have to be anybody for them but yourself.
It's a huge mistake that white men make, thinking that Latina women are going to be easier to deal with than white women. Because what's going to happen is they're going to come here, and then these Latina women who are used to running at home, they're going to start running. My dad thought that he was going to get this pliant, demure, I'll do whatever you say because you're the white god, and that's not what he got. He got a spicy Latina woman who had her own dreams and aspirations. The more he tried to control my mother, the worse it got. They're very spicy and they're very strong.
We don't necessarily have to do whatever somebody says, but you don't have to be a problem either, right? You don't have to be an issue all the time. Number one. Number two, if you're loyal to the man, if you take care of the man, then the man can put up with some stuff, right? You can have your own. Y'all think that having your own dreams and aspirations and visions is an issue. It's not. It's just that y'all prioritize yourselves over anything else. Over everybody else, you prioritize yourself. And men are like, well, what about the unit? What about the family? Forget the family. It's all about me as the woman. That's what people can't get behind.
Excuse me. Do you have a boyfriend? You don't? Very beautiful. What's your name? That's okay. Julian. Can I talk to you when you're done paying? I'll just go meet you at the front?
Yeah.
Hi. So I'm sorry, you said Brittany? Was it?
Julian?
Yeah. I'll get it for you. Here.
That's nice. Okay, will you hold up for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. I can carry it or you can carry it. It's up to you.
It's okay, I got it.
Got it?
Yeah,
You strong?
nice. Yeah, thank
you look strong. My goodness, here, let me carry this for you. No, absolutely not. I don't like watching you struggle. I'm about to get an MRI. Ooh.
What'd you do? What's your like meniscus?
I fell for you in my dreams. No, I'm just kidding.
Like the most amount I've ever looked at HEB.
Hey, then it's meant to be for real, huh?
I guess.
How could I get you at your best if I can't accept you at your worst, right?
True, so
Come on now. New Year's coming up. You got any resolutions?
So I'm a DJ music producer. I'm about to be putting out more music. That's my resolution.
That's good.
Yeah, what
My
about
resolution is to come up with a solution with me not having a girlfriend yet.
Oh yeah?
And you're beautiful, so I'm definitely had to approach. I saw you once.
I saw you too, but I didn't make eye contact. I was
Okay.
I looked bad. I was like, I can't.
Yeah, I know what you mean. All right, well, here, I'll text you.
Yeah.
And then I'll definitely see you.
Okay.
All right, let me get a hug.
Yeah. All right. Nice to meet you.
Do you like your back
smell
pops?
good too.
Thank you.
I do. Why do you
But
ask
hold on though. Hold on. Wait, no, watch, let me show you.
Why do you ask that?
Because you're gonna give me a hug? No, with your purse over your shoulder?
Purse over my shoulder and everything?
Yeah, well, now
Okay.
watch. Hug and then deep breath. Watch this.
Ooh, that was good.
Right
I did
above.
get used to that.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
that was
it.
nice. Thank
It's a
you.
nice good pop, a good handshake, like a nice smooch.
Thank
All
you.
right,
You're
I'll
so
text you.
All right.
All right, bye. You too.
I saw that barbecue on the truck in the back. And honestly and truly, I've had that barbecue on my list of things to get for about the past couple of weeks. This might be my sign to run on down to HEB and do just that. Thank you, brother, for inspiration.
Let me tell y'all something about y'all, but as a married woman, if my husband don't got it, then I ain't got it. I can't have it. If my husband can't provide it, like if he don't have the money for it, the means to provide it, to get it for me, then I won't have it. I don't know about y'all. I know you're gonna be like, oh, I could call my daddy. No, that's not the way my life is set up. My life is set up that if my husband can't provide it for me, then I won't have it. If I need it that bad, if we really in a bind that we need something that bad, then you know what my husband gonna do? Figure it out. He gonna have to figure it out, because it's like, that's just the way our marriage is. That's just the way my life is set up. My life is not set up that I could call grandma and call Pookie and call cousin this and uncle dad. My life is not set up like that. And I don't know about y'all, but like I said already, if my husband can't provide it, then I just won't have it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I'm also not into white guys. Something about like the colonialism look isn't really my thing. And
I could colonize you, girl.
no, I'm really good. I just feel like the blue eyes, there was a thing about it being like a sign of inbreeding, and I definitely can see it when you say you're a little mentally deficient, because I can tell, you know, just...
You used your free time to go on some cornball YouTube dating show just to say this while literally being an East Asian. This is probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. Keep in mind, she very well could be joking, but we've seen these takes before. The people that make these kinds of generalizations claim to know so much about history and genealogy and geography, yet they never seem to point the finger back at themselves. Every civilization has had skeletons in their closet and at the front door. Stop trying to put yourselves on this ancestral moral pedestal in the year 2025 just because your ancestors were slightly less impactful when attempting to do the very same thing.